Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Carmine Sabia here for Explain America, and we have a bombshell verdict in the Trump defamation case brought by E. Jean Carroll. Now, to catch you up, E. Jean Carroll, she's a columnist, she's a writer. She claims that in the 90s, decades ago, that she was raped in a dressing room by former President Donald Trump long before he ever became president. This is a decades-old case. It was brought before a New York jury. So it's almost like hyenas getting to be a jury on a lion case. Not a lot of Donald Trump love in New York, but Trump was found liable. He has to pay E. Jean Carroll $5 million, but there's important parts of this case that you probably don't understand, that most of the mainstream media is not reporting yet, that I'm going to tell you about here because it's important to note. And that's why I want you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I ask you that all the time, but this is a really important one to share because there's going to be a narrative that's going to be pushed after this that is not entirely correct. So the jury found that he did defame E. Jean Carroll, and the jury found that he did probably sexually assault E. Jean Carroll. So what do we have to know, right? What is the bare bones of this? What does this mean? Well, let's start here. He's not going to jail. This is a civil case. This is a civil case. The statute of limitations on a criminal case have long ran out. But it was MSNBC who actually reported the part that he wasn't guilty of. See, he was found not guilty of a very important part, and that, I think, is not going to make the rounds on the media so much. Let's take a look.
Number one, did Donald Trump rape E. Jean Carroll? The answer is no. This is the verdict. Yes to number two, did Donald Trump sexually abuse Ms. Carroll? The answer to that from the jury is yes. So no on rape, yes on sexually abused. We got to go down to number four. On the jury form, Ms. Carroll was injured as a result of Mr. Trump's conduct. The answer to that is yes. And they have awarded her $2 million. $2 million. The answer to was she injured as a result of Mr. Trump's conduct? Yes.
So you see, he was found not guilty of the rape, yet guilty of the sexual assault, and hit with $5 million. Now, almost assuredly, he is going to appeal this, and you can't blame him. This case is ripe for appeal. And another thing you have to understand is this is not a case where a jury has to be unanimous. In a criminal trial, it has to be a unanimous jury. This only has to have one juror or more that believes guilt than believes innocence. That makes it very tough in a place like New York, where former President Donald Trump is not very popular. But the key takeaway here is, even in New York, even with the jury that was probably stacked with not a lot of Trump lovers, he was still found not guilty of rape. So as people are going around, you're going to see a lot of liberals say, hey, he's found guilty of rape. No, he wasn't. He wasn't found guilty of rape. And that's very important. So let's make sure we make that distinction. And also, this doesn't prove he's actually guilty of a crime. It just means that this particular jury believed that it is more likely than not that he did commit sexual assault. And then by proxy, because if you did commit the sexual assault and then deny it, you're also guilty of defamation. Again, this is going to be a very interesting appeal to watch. I got to see where an appeals court lands on this. In the meantime, folks, stick with us for more on this story and others. Again, I'm Carmine Sabia. This is Explain America. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.